For all things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican Postgame Report. What's poppin', fam? Appreciate y'all being in this live, man. PPR representing the flocking nation. Stand up. Big ups to all you guys. Appreciate you being in the stream. Now, although it wasn't a winning situation by any stretch of the imagination, Coach Aaron, I don't know what the hell he's doing. He just getting reps for guys is what I basically seen the Pelicans' ineffective play from the point guard position. But in the end, man, we know what time it is, man. So we got some news to kind of talk about as the Pelicans did announce the signing of a few people. We'll go over the Summer League matchup as well, and then push on to the next matchup dealing with the who we got next, the Spurs on Tuesday. So we got the Spurs popping up on Tuesday. So we'll talk about all that and more on this episode of PPR, man. So let's just jump right into this matchup here as the Pels go down for the second straight time in Summer League action. They're now 0-2 as they fail in the 91-86 loss to the Orlando Magic. So don't feel bad. We can't beat the Magic in regular season, and we can't beat them in Summer League action. So anyway, man, it's just what it is. So anyway, let's hit the hardcore stats. We got DC. He'll pop in momentarily. He's on the road driving as usual as we kind of go into this thing. Now, if we go into the team statistics, I got kind of the play the box. Used to always kind of do the opposite around. But in this matchup, the Pels, man, they go down, like I said, 31 of 61 from the field for 51% from the field, 7 of 21 from downtown, 35%. Not very good shooting from downtown. They were 17 of 24 from the foul line in this matchup. Then we kind of go over the fact that the rebounds there, they out rebounded a couple of rebounds, 29-27. Assist, the Magic won the assist game, 21-17. The Pelicans lost the steal game as well, 11-9. They did get 5-4 on the blocks. And once again, the Pelicans just incredibly error prone. They had another high turnover effort, 24 turnovers versus 21 by the Magic. What could you expect in Summer League play, right, fam, between these squads, man? So anyway, I would like to see them win some shit. But anyway, outside of that, if you go down to what they did, it was Jordan Hawkins leading the way for the young Summer League squad. He had 24 points in 29 minutes, 6 of 18 from the field. He was 2 of 6 from downtown, 10 of 11 from the foul line for Jordan Hawkins. He finished with 4 rebounds, 3 assists to go along with those 24 points, but he had 8 turnovers for the game. And the 13-point effort from Ford, the point guard, 24 minutes, 6 of 8 from the field, 1 of 3 from downtown, 3 assists and a couple of rebounds. He finished with 13 points in the matchup. A couple of guys coming off the bench, and Karlo Matkovic, who got a deal. We'll talk about that a little later on. 10 points in 23 minutes from him. He was 2 of 6 from the field, 0 of 2 from downtown, 5 assists to go along with 4 rebounds. And he had 7 turnovers today, 12 from Reeves. Antonio Reeves finished the game with 12 points in 21 minutes. He was 6 of 11 from the field, but 0 of 4 from downtown and 0 of 3 from the foul line. This is a high free throw percentage shooter. Not so much in this matchup, in this game right here. I'm pretty sure he'll bounce back. And then, of course, you go to the rest of it. 9 points from Yves Macy, finished with 21 minutes, 4 of 7 from the field. He was 1 of 4 from downtown. 1 of 4 from the foul line. He finished with 3 boards, 3 assists, and 9 points for Yves. And he had 2 rebounds. 2 blocks actually in the game with 3 rebounds. And a lot of minutes for the bigs as you see the Pelicans trying to get these minutes to the bigs to kind of help them develop as fast as they possibly can. A lot of positives with the bigs, some negatives as to be expected with these young players as they're trying to kind of find their games right there. 5 from Hauser in 16 minutes of action for the Pelicans. 13 from Mitchell, didn't really give us anything. 6 from Hall and Isaiah Brockington in a very terrible game, 24 minutes, 2 of 4 from the field. He had 4 stinking points to go along with 6 rebounds and 3 steals as well. So the Pelicans can't get the win in the Summer League action. And then, of course, 23 points from De Silva, who was leading the Magic to the victory over our squad. So they went on a run in the second half of the game that kind of really sealed this thing, and we just kind of just pushed on out. So anyway, before we get the moving and shaking, DC, chime in, man. Let us know how you feel about it. Unmute yourself, DC. I know you're traveling.
Yeah, man. This is very uninspiring basketball. You gotta, I guess, admire. They got down to like what 14-6, and they came back and they obtained the lead for a while, and then let Orlando go on a 14. But I mean, this isn't a team that we're gonna fill in the regular season. So at least that's encouraging. You only really worrying about 3 to 4 guys: Mankovic, BC, Hawk, and Reeves. And hopefully you're hoping somebody else will show you something. Because we still have additional spots we got to fill in our bench rotation. But they leaving a lot to be desired. It's really a mismatch, crazy type of roster we got going on. I know Crutcher is hurt, but I really don't see the guard play is just horrible, man. Other than Hawk, he's not in the right spot. Reeves looked all right, so but I kind of look at him as like maybe a guard slash forward. Couldn't hit no 3 pointers, and that's it's really sad to miss all your free throws too, and you pride yourself on being a shooter. But hopefully he can bounce back. And it's just him having a rough start, being introduced to the league. A lot of bright spots from BC, but I don't know, man. I don't expect a lot out of summer league, but I would like to see more rebounds and points. Actually, that would kind of excite me for my big. But him to have 9.3 rebounds, it's just a little crazy. 21 minutes. I like to see at least 7 or 8, rebounds. Same thing with Matkovic. He had like 10 and 4. Like, come on, man, y'all big. So I need some rebounds. I'm not really seeing them get contested rebounds. They got the alley game working, so you got to appreciate that. You see them, both of them getting some side flying blocks here and there. So that is encouraging. So there is some bright spots, but this is just my man. Says go hard, Jeezy. I don't know what his name is. I can't see it, but I'm driving. But bad basketball, bro. I agree with you. A lot of bad basketball. Not fun to look at, and just very inefficient in all types of ways. Hawk still trying to, work as a de facto point guard at times. Not a real good look, but hopefully this will bear some fruit going into the season to be able to help him handle his natural role, getting back to it. Even though I did see him kind of getting some stuff on him off ball, trying to set him up for some shots. Orlando did a solid job at defending it, and he just didn't have the shot going on early. He went on a little run late. And if he wasn't able to do that, man, we probably got blown up.
Yeah, it was. You're absolutely right, man. It was a lot of bad basketball going on, man. Definitely a lot of bad basketball going on. Dealing with these guys, to be quite honest with you, man, it sucked. It sucked watching it, and it was a point where I thought the Pelicans could be able to kind of get that second win, but it just, I get it, the first win actually, but it just wasn't in the cards as they go down 0-2. So, like I said, I was expecting to kind of see how far along these guys were in terms of their development. Really, just pretty much interested in the bigs the Pelicans have. Karlo Matkovic, it's been a guy they've been kind of having to train overseas, see how far along his game has become. And Yves Misi, how far is his game here? He runs the floor really well. Sometimes I see he needs to be better about positioning himself to get rebounds, 21 minutes out there, Karlo Matkovic. But these guys are definitely lob threat centers. I'm not going to tell you no lie. They definitely lob type centers that are going to get it.
Yeah, both of them. These seasons is horrible at times, Jones, on rebounds, bro. Man, it's like so many rebounds I'm looking at him. He should have had. He's leaning back and all of this, man. They got to bring in Dennis Rodman, man, and get him to tell him about all the trajectories and do all that funny stuff he do with his hands, whizzing it back and forth and all that. He needs to know how to be, where to be for these rebounds, man, and when to jump, when not to jump. just always seems kind of late in that department. And I don't see him coming up with many contested rebounds. I've seen a lot of times where he's up there, he can touch the ball, but he's not really coming down with him. And so he's got a lot of work to do with his anticipation and just kind of getting that feel for it. You can tell he hasn't played basketball very long.
Yeah, you're not kidding, man. You're not kidding at all. Yeah, he's definitely need a little bit more work. So the Pelicans, man, they doing their thing, man. So once again, the Pels go down in summer league play 91-86 to the Orlando Magic. The Pelicans are 0-2. The next matchup is on the 16th against the Spurs in the Thomas and Mack Center. That'll be the next matchup right here. So the Spurs, it'll be a 9 p.m. Game Tuesday in the Thomas and Mack. And then, of course, Thursday of the same week, they'll face off against the Grizzlies, 5 p.m. there at the Pavilion. And then July the 20 to 21 is game 5, which is to be determined. So that's the summer league schedule. Yeah.
I think that game is based on if we're in contention to advance in the tournament. It don't look like we're gonna need that 5th game.
Yeah, to be determined. Them watching the game is pretty much how it's gonna play out by the looks of it. All right. So anyway, let's do this, DC. Let's go ahead on and kind of listen, because I do have something by Willie Green that I want to be able to share with the flock and family, man.
You mean Willie did the interviews this time, Big Q, not Bruce? Man, I wonder where they got that idea from. That's all I did listen to the show.
I think Lex had something to do with it. She told him, "Hey, man, don't put David Griffin up there. Let Willie talk. Let's hear from Willie." That's damn sure not Lex. Lex ain't have nothing to do. She don't want to hear Willie at all. She would prefer to listen to the octopus prattle on than to listen to Willie Green.
Neither.
All right, what's up, Lex?
Neither. I don't want to because both of them from different spectrums, they just on some BS. That's all I hear.
It definitely, the octopus definitely is on something else, man. But anyway, shout out to the Pelicans Film Room. Shout out to the Pelicans Film Room. Much love to that guy. Always does these things, chop these really good pieces up for the Pelicans, man. Makes it a lot easier to digest what they're saying in some of these. So this is Willie Green, what he said during the game, man. So let me play some of this for you guys. Cue it up so you can hear from Coach Willie. I know Lex is chomping at the bit to listen to Coach Willie break the game down.
Y'all are small mouse, man. Y'all better stop.
Here go everybody's favorite Coach Willie, man. Y'all put one in the chat if y'all can hear it.
And where is your confidence level that Zion will be able to continue to progress on playing 70 games and build on that next year?
Zion's he's healthy. He's in the gym. He's working out. He understands what we're up against. He had one of his better seasons, his healthiest season, and a lot of credit goes to him. He put the work in. He had multiple conversations. He took in the info from our performance and medical team. It was all hands on deck, and extremely proud of some of the steps that he's taken, and we're going to need it next season.
Well, how is Zion doing?
All right, there go Coach Willie saying Zion is putting the work in. He's healthy. Everything is good with that. Here's another 20. We're going to just kind of run through these because they're nothing but 20-second.
2+.
Here's the next one for Coach Willie as well.
He's going to play 82 games, 82+.
Oh, my goodness. Eve Macy putting on a show for his head coach. He might be your starting center.
Young legs. Look, it's going to be competitive. I'll continue to say it. That's what we want. We want guys to go after it, but hard to replace Jonas and what he's done for us. He's going to play 82 games, 82+.
Oh!
They saw Yves at cutting up with the alleys or whatnot. And this is
24th in the league in 3-point attempts per game. I would imagine that's a focus coming into next year to get more threes up.
For sure.
How do you do it?
In order to compete in this league, you've got to get more threes up. First, rim pressure, spacing, making sure we touch the paint, kick outs. And that's where Zion comes in. Yeah. Well,
all right, that's enough of Willie. All right, Lex, I'm going to give you the first opportunity to kind of chime in. What you thought about what Coach Willie said? You like it, huh?
Absolutely nothing. I mean, thanks for the update on Zion.
Yes.
It's everything. Just, I don't know. When it comes to everything he says is just so general. It's just very general. He doesn't really say a whole lot. So, I mean, there's really nothing to say. Just like, okay, I mean, that's Willie for you. But, there was nothing, he just told us what Zion was doing, and said it was going to be competitive. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what am I supposed to say?
Well,
I mean,
like
y'all want me to go in on Willie or something?
No, we was just saying, Willie gave an update on Zion. He talked about some philosophy that we already know, what needs to happen with the Pelicans. They talked about the 3-point shot. Willie's mark is he wants 40 3-point shots a night. And that's one of the things. The guy said,
for that to happen, he got to put the shooters out there.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like everything, like I said, it's so general, but it's like, dude, you're saying it, but are you going to do what needs to be done to make that happen? So, I mean, when you talk about shooting, that's the opposite of defense. You know what I'm saying? So, and he is locked in on the defensive end. We know he is. So, for him to be talking about shooting, that's comical, because we all know at the end of the day, we know what his default mechanism is.
Yeah, and that's the interesting part. The commentator even asked when Yves did the alley-oop right there, the commentator asked, this guy might be your starting center. And Willie Green, of course, said, hey, it's a competition, yada, yada, yada. So there it is. Well, it's a competition.
It's like
with Meritage, Lex.
Yes.
It's not, there is no competition.
Commentator don't watch the Pelicans basketball.
Well, there's Daniel Tice. Daniel Tice is involved. So you got Daniel Tice is there.
I mean,
Yves Missi. And of course, here's some news right here for you, Lex. Check this out. Straight from NOLA.
So funny.
Yeah, got a lot of competition, Lex.
Yes, here we go. This is DJ's favorite. Shout out to DJ and the flock, man. New Orleans signed.
I guess we need to talk about the competition level. Okay.
He's over 6'8". Lex, you got another big guy. You said we gotta have more big people. They went and they signed the guy who's 6'10".
See, don't get on my nerves like Willie, please.
He's 260. He's 260 pounds, Lex. And he has a 37, 40-inch vert. He jump out the gym.
That man
we
can
have
jump.
A very good competitive group, Lex. So you got Meritage, you got Missi and Daniel Tice. Man, that is a top 22 unit in the NBA.
Hold on, let's cover the story. Hold on, let's cover the story because they made it official.
DC read it
with the sign. I don't think DC
driving, Lex.
Yeah, he's driving. Yes, go Pels. Go Pels, Mike. All right.
Oh wait, I can read this. New Orleans Pelicans signed Karlo Matkovic. That's all I can see.
All right, thank you, DC.
I got that part.
You're doing much
now
better.
You can handle the rest, Q.
All right, thank you, DC. Appreciate you. Go Pels, man.
You're welcome.
Pelicans signed Karlo Matkovic, and they also announced the signing of Jamal Cain on the 2-way contract. So Pelicans announced today that the team has signed Karlo Matkovic to a standard contract and Jamal Cain to a 2-way contract. Per team policy, terms of the deals were not disclosed. Matkovic, 6'11", 230 plus, was selected by the Pelicans back last year, a 57 overall pick last season. He appeared in 10 games with the Beham squadron, averaged over 17 points, 8 rebounds, almost 2.5 assists, almost 2 blocks, and 31.3 minutes per contest. He played overseas for 3 different teams, Croatia, Serbia, Slovenia, most recently appearing in 34 games in 23-24 season, with Slovenia's team, holding averages over 15.7 rebounds and 2.6 blocks in over 28 minutes per contest. Now, Jamal Cain, 6'7", 191, appeared in 44 games, one start with the Heat across the last 2 seasons, holding averages of 4.4 per game, scoring wise, 2 rebounds, 11 minutes in the contest. Now, Cain played his 4 collegiate seasons at Marquette before transferring to Oakland University in 21-22. So the Pelicans announced the signing of both the two-way player and Karlo Matkovic on a deal. Now, this is what Shams reported here. He does have some particulars on the deal. They're signing 2022 second-round pick Karlo Matkovic to a 3-year deal estimated at $4.9 million, according to him. 6'11" center out of Croatia reaches a rookie deal, adding front court depth for the Pelicans. So there you go. So people were looking for the Pelicans to make a move to add a big to its squad. Yves Missi was drafted by the Pelicans. This also, Karlo Matkovic was a second-round pick last year, and the Pelicans give him a 3-year deal worth just under $5 million. So obviously the Pelicans see Matkovic as a player in the bigs situation. Now it's Yves Missi, currently 3 bigs on our squad at that position. It is Yves Missi, it is Daniel Tice, and now Karlo Matkovic, last year's second-round pick. Any thoughts on this?
Man, I think it's amazing, man. We got 3 bigs in our queue. We actually look like a formidable, respectable team on the depth chart. But when you look at the ratings on how good the players is, we still got some work to do. But at least we have 3 bigs. I mean, we can get excited about that. You know.
It's potential, but I think a lot of people.
I mean, we had 1 a week and a half ago. It was like 1. We got 3 now, and then there were 3.
I mean, it is what it is, fam. I mean, we do have these guys here, and we got to make whatever it is work between it. And obviously, the Pelicans are going to, unless they do something like move Brandon Ingram before the start of the regular season, they trade him for a big. It appears the Pelicans are going to settle in with what they have and just go into the season.
It looks like we're going to wait on and see what's going to happen with Jared Allen. Maybe we can be waiting until next year. We waited for 2 years for Jared Allen. Why not 1 more? By the time we get him, he'll be ready to retire.
We'll see. All right. Hotline Bling says we need a brother, get DeAndre Ayton. Bringing him in there. So I don't know. There's a lot of people that's still kind of circulating around with different centers, and every day it seems to be another rumor. DC. It was I talked about.
Blazers can't happen till Jeremiah Grant. If he actually goes to the Lakers or they get something, then I think we really could see that Brandon Ingram Ayton thing happen. But if Grant ain't going nowhere, they ain't gonna ever do it, bro. With Grant still on the roster, even though they probably could. I mean, what's the incentive for them to do that? They would have a team that it wouldn't really mix.
I mean, he would get cancer in the locker room for him to be like motivated to move him, but I don't think that's the case right now. So, yeah, it's kind of in a wait and see position, DC. Anytime you get their people in to a position where they're saying that they want to help look for trade destinations, it appears like the later it gets in the game, things are going to play out where Brandon Ingram is going to remain on the team. So if that's the case, Pelicans settle in with cheap centers, young developmental centers that don't cost a lot of money, and they have Daniel Tice there, which they probably want to use as well. So they'll just mix them in there to the best of their abilities and see how this thing goes. I know a lot of people not really excited about that, but man, it's just a very weird offseason for the Pelicans. I don't think I ever seen anything like this with the Pelicans organization, man. We thought a lot of this would move a lot faster than what it has, and it's stalled out for the entire summer. It even threw kind of a lackluster feeling over the top of the DeJounte Murray trade, which was a phenomenal trade.
But know what, PQ?
Yes, go ahead, Lex.
They were aggressive for that one move. for that one move. And everything else around it, they went back to how they normally move. That's why, that's one of the reasons why it's like, okay, we got DeJounte Murray, but it's not finished. It's not finished. Like, I didn't want to celebrate. I'm like, yeah, y'all done stuff like that before. I want to see, because the thing is, you have to feel this whole thing out. That one move was a really good move. Great move. I'm not complaining about that. But it's like, when you want to be able to match up with the rest of the league, you got to be able to match up. Like, small ball, like I've been saying, it's not the answer every single night when you're going up against these teams. Like, that may work when a team doesn't really have a strong, like, maybe superstar big. But if you have a superstar big on your team, I don't know how that small ball is going to work. And I feel like that's really putting a lot of pressure on Zion, because the thing is, we all know that there's going to be moments where Zion's playing that 5. I think that's a horrible idea. I really do, because that's not, he's 6'6", 6'7", and you're talking about going up against, like, skilled big men that are every bit of 7 foot. You can't teach height. You have to have that height on your team, and not just any height. You have to have productive height. You got to have that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't even feel like, what we have right now would it's like, you're not going to stop somebody like a Jokic. You're not going to stop him. But you at least want to slow him down. I don't feel like we have anybody to slow him down. You see what I'm saying? Like, we don't just want to have, like, a dummy body there and, like,
Who slows down Jokic though, Lex? Like,
huh?
Yes. Yeah, Lex. Well, let her finish though, DC. Hold
slows
on.
down?
Hold on, let her finish, brother. Go ahead, D. Go ahead.
No, what did you say?
No, I'm curious because I'm listening to you, but I'm like, man, I'm thinking about it. Like, I've never really seen anybody slow down Jokic. Like, who slowed him down?
I mean, Embiid.
I mean, the T
But
Wolves.
I don't want to finish. I don't want you to not finish wrapping it up though with what you were saying. It's very. I'm curious to know. I'm like, damn, you're right. Like, shit, who can we go get to slow down Jokic? I would love to have him. Like, but I'm like, damn, who slowed him down? Like, I don't. Gobert, he was, abusing him. Like, all the good defensive centers, he still put up 30 and 40 on them.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, but do you think, okay, so do you think what the Pelicans have, do you think that that's going to, like, going up against that whole squad, do you think we're winning those type of games?
Well,
with that small ball philosophy?
Well, I'm just saying, like, I gotta see it, but nah, it don't look very encouraging what we have at the center spot, to be honest.
And that's all. I mean, it's not. It's just, man. I'm just, looking at, because you have to think. Denver has, or not just Denver. Think about all the teams that have a stud point guard, and they have a stellar front court. Right now, we have a point guard, DeJounte. We got him. But when you think about, again, Zion, not taking anything away from him, he's 6'6", 6'7", but going up, and he's already banging down there. He's already banging down there, and even the banging that he's taking, that's a lot. Do you all see the way he's hitting that floor? Like, he's taking hits, and not even from the front court. He's taking hits from everybody. And we talk about how he's not getting those calls, and the way that he falls on the ground, all that stuff. I mean, obviously that's something that he can work on, but that's a lot more contact when you talk about really not having, like, another big that can go a 7-footer who can go up against another 7-footer. I just feel like that. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, you gotta like balance the load, like some way, because that's a lot of contact night after night after night.
Well, you got a point, Lex. I'm not very excited about Zion at center either against at 5 against bigs because of his fragility. I don't want to put him in that position. But I think the Pelicans are going to Willie's going to use a combination of different lineups. They're serious about this play small and fast thing. And, we don't see what it looks like, obviously, because Pelicans don't have an established center on the team. They have beefed up, the perception that they really like Yves a lot. But, like I said, it's he needs a little bit. He needs some more help there. He needs to keep developing. And Karlo Matkovic is obviously now a part of the mix now. So gonna be interesting to see how they all get it done, and that all falls into the line of where is the BI thing headed. It's BI still, because the guy asked him about that in the broadcast, and Willie basically say, well, BI is still a member of the team right now and all this kind of stuff. So he basically, he don't give you not too much. Willie is he don't give you too much. He stays right within the lines that he plays and colors within the line. Ain't no doubt about it with Willie Green. That's what kind of situation.
He's definitely going to give you a generic answer. But, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to tip your hand anyway. It's boring. It's not exciting.
Nothing, DC.
Huh?
They never give us nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, we look at their actions, though, Lex. We look at their actions.
He give you a little something. He give you a little something. He gave you the Zion thing today. People ain't know that about Zion. That was a question, man.
That he working out? He's working out and he's in shape and he's healthy. I mean, damn. I would hope. I mean,
come on.
That's like the bare minimum, Q. Come on now.
Come on, man. You're telling me Zion's not doing anything. Did anybody think?
No, I'm saying
Zion was not doing anything?
No, I'm not. That's not. But the thing is, Zion Williamson has been dealing with health issues for some time. And going into the offseason, people, there were going to be questions about what it was. Now, he could have had a setback. We've seen that before. Let's not pretend like we haven't heard Zion have a setback in offseason.
Now that they have a physical therapist, Big Q.
Right, Louisiana boy saying history.
Before y'all go too far down that rabbit hole. I just wanted to comment on what we actually have. Like you bring up some very interesting points, Lex. And I like messing with you when you bring up like Jokic and Embiid and us. But I definitely understand.
People, I had all the West.
No. Baby, look, I saw the text you sent out with the bigs in the West. I got it. You're right.
Okay, hey, can you read that?
No.
Hold on.
Their names.
Go Pels.
Their names, DC.
Oh, you talking about other guys in the West?
Yeah.
But wait, I want to bring a different point though. Like, okay. Obviously we're small, but you know what I'm also looking at though? Can you name me another team that has 6 guys as good as what we have? Even though our front court looks a little shaky. We got DeJounte Murray. You got CJ McCullough, Herb Jones, Zion, Trey Murphy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if, which is a really big if, because, Willie Green, coach.
Say everything.
Well, I mean, if we had a better coach, Q, I could really say it with my chest what I'm about to tell you.
Yeah, it's the confidence.
But
you don't have no faith in Willie.
Because I think this lineup of guys that we have and going small, if we utilize them correctly, and you also have to have the asterisk of help, right? Did I even mention Ingram? Did I say Brandon Ingram? I think I did.
And
But
you didn't have. It's okay.
yeah, you get the point. y'all know the 6 guys,
It's okay.
right?
Oh my God.
Willie, see, we talk about it. Willie, man, it's throwing my whole. I don't even sound confident anymore. But if you could find a way to create lineups and maximize what those guys do and maximize their minutes, you can't look at that, man, and think that we're not dangerous. And how are they going to stop us? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we don't have a big front court. But with the lineup of guys we have, if we can get one of these bigs to be competent out of Mises and Meritage, you already know what Tice gonna give you. I think he's more like I look at him like if you cooking, Tice is like he like salt. You know what I'm saying? It's just regular, steady. You know, not too much, not too little, and things will work out. But Meritage or Mises, one of them gotta turn into something if we can't get nobody else. But mixing that lineup up, getting a good 20, 18 minutes out of one of those guys, and you get another 15 minutes or so out of Tice, and then you throwing in some small ball lineups, I think it has the potential to be very exciting to watch, as well as very, very difficult for other teams to match up against us. I know we have issues with the big man thing, but I don't know how you stop all of those guys if we utilize them correctly. Notice that word, if, because we have Willie. He's not great with rotations. And you know, you sprinkle in a little Jordan Hawkins in there. Maybe you get something from Reeves or another guy on the bench. It can be very compelling, man. Very compelling.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see how it all plays, man.
There's nobody would be afraid of us and what we have with a healthy Zion.
As long as you got Zion, there is cause for fear in the rest of these teams because there's not a clear matchup for them. Nobody can stop them. So you definitely gonna fear something you can't stop. So hey, there's definitely a fear factor in our opponents. But like you said, utilizing them correctly, the guys around him, he creates the space people need to shoot the ball and play the game. And we have the people that can shoot the ball. We have guys that can play defense. And we have a floor general to keep everybody within their roles. We have an empowered bench with this going on. Obviously, you know, you want CJ to come up off the bench with Jose and Trey. Tice is there, as well as Jeremiah Robinson Earl and Matt Ryan, these guys. So we have a very interesting bench. And then you talk about Antonio Reeves. He might step in there. We have Jamal Cain. We have to see what he got going on. Karlo Matkovic is on here. So there's some people that have question marks, but the Pelicans do have a very offensively kind bench with guys like Trey and Jose coming off the bench and CJ McCollum there off the bench as well. So, I mean, it does look differently, but then again, is that the lineup you're taking into the regular season or if BI gets traded prior to the regular season? So it's hard to kind of fix in on that because people still anticipating at some point Brandon Ingram would ultimately be traded. That would kind of upset what's going on with that particular idea. So, I mean, like I said, something else.
But do we really believe that, like, just getting rid of Brandon Ingram makes us a better team? Because I don't. You still, you know, is what comes back with getting rid of him, I mean, matters a lot. Because just getting rid of Brandon Ingram, and let's say we got a lot of draft picks or, you know, 2 or 3 draft picks for him and just some players. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it, but it doesn't make us a better team just getting rid of him, in my opinion, if you're not getting a good return back from him right now. Like, we won't be better this year. Now, next year, you get one of the draft picks or whatever, you get some of those guys that you got for him and you flip them into something else, okay. But if he's here, which it looks like he's going to be here at least for half the season, if they play things the right way, I mean, it's like there's no chance in us still contending.
No, that's not.
I don't look at our roster and see us as champions, but I don't look at a bunch of other teams and just be like they better than us.
I mean, the point about him being where he is right now is what it is. But let's not sit up here and pretend like the dude ain't on the trade block and his people looking and the Pelicans still waiting for a situation. And there is an option. There is a potentiality that he can end up staying on the team, like you say. But then again, there's the opposite as well, that he could be ultimately traded prior to the season. Whether it weakens us a bit depends on what we get in return. It depends on what we get in return for him if you're shipping him out, because you're not shipping him out for nothing. You're going to get some type of player that will help you in an area of need. So, I mean, that's the philosophy. And of course, if you don't get that, they're going to hold on to him. So it's either way. It's still 50-50 at this point is what I'm saying. There is no commitment saying, hey, we're going to hold on to Brandon Ingram. We're going to stall this out. We're going to keep him for the season. None of that's been said. He's still on the trade block. Go ahead, Lex. What you were saying?
I did have something, but we moved on from it. Okay. Yeah, I like I've been saying before, it's time for Brandon to move on. I don't really like the concept of Zion and Brandon sharing the same court on the same team. I just don't. I've seen enough of it. That was what this whole season was for. I said before that he knew the whole situation with this season. This season was to allow everybody to see what the core was all about. I think we've seen that. We've seen it. So I'm kind of like just tapped out.
Yeah, it is draining.
Hard because I mean that they were collecting data. He knew this. They knew it. The fan base knew it. And this was like he said in FIBA and this whole season, it was his worst as far as being in a Pelicans jersey. That came out of his mouth. So I'm like, dog, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, and not to mention not buying in, you know what I'm saying? Because he alluded to that too. Like, these are things that he stated. So why, after, having him all these years, why would we, especially with the whole situation with him, why would we bring him back? I mean, it's time to go in a different direction. It just is. Like, him and Zion do not work on the court together. They don't play off of each other. They don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't. What are we talking about? Like, they play better when they're not on the court with each other.
What if they stagger those two? We know that. But what if they stagger those two and get them, I guess, limited minutes together? Or when they're both out there, you place both of their minutes with DeJounte Murray. You don't think there's a potential that if you have both of them out there with DeJounte Murray, anytime they're in the rotation together, that can improve them being able to play together? Because they didn't look so bad playing together under Stan Van Gundy with Lonzo Ball.
Okay. Who's the coach of this team now?
Wait, hold up, Lex. We know the coach is. We talking about. We try to help him, Lex. Let's come up with some coaching game plans right now. Make some rotations right now. We know what's coming. You're right, I tell you. You're right.
Brandon's game.
How do we fix it?
He slows the game down. His game naturally slows the game down. The type of game that Willie wants to play, which is fast, is not. it clashes with his game. This was also said when he was at the Lakers. When he was with the Lakers, it was the same exact thing. His game, like he just slows the game. He's a half court cat.
But
Willie wants to run, which is
played
really
with
really
BI.
funny because
We were
and that
number
was
one in pace.
they
We were
had
number one in pace with BI before. We were number one in pace under Alvin Gentry with Brandon Ingram on his team. And he actually went to the All-Star. He became an All-Star that year. And we were number one in pace. So it is possible. Will Willie Green be able to do it? I trust James Borrego a lot more. But, I mean, it is possible to do. I think the main ingredient is a point guard to kind of pick and choose when Brandon Ingram can have those possessions that slows the game down. We went through our sets. We tried to be up tempo. There's nothing there. You know, you got 10 seconds, 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Hey, dump it down to Slim. Let him do his thing. He can have 10 possessions a game like that if that's what he, really needs. And we got another 10 possessions where you're doing this, and another 10 possessions, or let's say maybe not 10, but another 5 where you got to shoot some 3-pointers. I mean, you don't think a point guard could help to dictate and balance that out by understanding the tempo of the game, the flow of the game, and not allowing him to slow the game down?
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean,
no
if
doubt.
you take it out of BI's hands and you have somebody else be more of a dictator over the offense, Zion not gonna challenge him in that way. We know that.
None of them.
I think DeJounte would, and I think he respects DeJounte. So it really is. We putting a lot on DeJounte, but if DeJounte can be a real point guard and understands tempo and pace and how we want to play, do you think that could work?
I think that's understood. That's why they went and got him. They needed somebody to dominate and set the table for these stars. Because you see BI, when you give him the ball, it just he turns, and like I said, it's just a mindset.
We asking him to be too much of a point guard. I don't want to see BI as a point guard facility. I mean, he can still get some assists, but they hockey assists, quick cut assists. I don't need to see him running the set and he holding the ball and possibly. I don't want to see that shit. When he get the ball, it's for him to cook. Now, right. If he get double, somebody open, you get assists like that, great. But we give you the ball, look, do your thing, bro. All the other times, asking him to dictate and initiate shit, I think if you can remove some of that out of his game, that changes a lot of the things that we don't like about him. And I think he knows that. And that's why at the end of the season, he said things were a lot different when we had a point guard.
Yeah.
I don't need BI to be a point forward. Let Zion take the point forward role. When BI get the ball and we give it to you, look, be the assassin we know you is. That's why we're not gonna have one of CJ or Trey. Don't need to be out there with BI. We don't need both of them out there with BI too much. Let him be the assassin. That's his role. If we put him in that type of role, I think we can see him and Zion be different because he doesn't have to dictate when Zion get off, when he get off, your turn, my turn shit that we see. You got a point guard doing that, and it's gonna be a lot smoother.
Right. I agree.
And a lot of this ain't really on Willie coaching. A lot of it is just on him being smart enough to run the correct rotations. That's why I asked you, Lex. So if we stagger 8 minutes and only play them together with DeJounte Murray, and when DeJounte not out there, we don't have them out there together. Do you think that could work? Because we stuck with our boy. We stuck with BI at this point right now.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still tired of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm tapped out. You know what I'm saying? Look, I mean, for real, man. I mean, look how long we've been waiting, man. I mean, it's like this, and just to let you know, Brandon doesn't like Point Zion. He don't like that. He didn't like when Stan Van Gundy introduced that. I mean, because he didn't really play off of it for real. I mean,
Brandon would
CJ
like to have
deserved it.
$52 million, right?
Huh?
We got to show him how he need to play to get $52 million somewhere else. Would he like $52 million? He ain't gonna get it being BI forward. He ain't. We maxed him out at BI point forward last year, and that you see what I got you.
Yeah, I think the Pelicans realized that that's why they went after DeJounte Murray. Hell, we was saying that for years, that they was masking the point guard role. They needed a floor general. They were masking it with this forward handle the ball bullshit. It wasn't just BI handling the ball or Zion.
It was everybody.
They had Herb doing it. They had Najee doing it. They had everybody handling the ball.
Well, if CJ could do it the way he was supposed to, we wouldn't have needed all that. But CJ wasn't successful doing it.
CJ's not a point guard, and you can't count on him being a point guard like that because his instincts kick in. He starts shooting with no conscience.
Oh shoot! When the clutch comes,
that's
when the
same
clutch
thing
time
happened
comes,
with BI.
he's horrible.
You can't count on them dudes like that, man. They're like, okay, we're gonna facilitate around this. They if they're scores, and for many cases like the years that BI been here with Zion been hurt the majority of the years, and BI has been the number one option. He's been here holding the number one spot down. So we expected him to slide into the background once Zion got healthy. And Zion's not like pushing to saying, I'm the man. They're not saying Zion's the man. And Zion's like, I'm trying to fit in. You know, he was never that guy that was like, hey man, this is my team. You know, he played his role behind Brandon Ingram. He'll go stand on the side where BI doing this ISO thing.
Well, the thing is, the team was doing that to him too.
Yeah, but see, that's the point where we was talking about doing
was systematically. Because I mean, remember they were saying like everybody when they were talking about as far as not buying in, and Zion did that interview.
Right.
He was like, I'm trying to buy in. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to be a team player. At least he was trying. Brandon was the one who wasn't trying.
Well, I mean, but that's the thing, though.
He was whining and crying about it, and that was the whole thing about that.
But Brandon Ingram, at some point during his time with the Pelicans, seen himself as a number one option, like I was saying, and he would, at some point in time in his mind, he feels like he's the guy of this team. He's the one that's leading his squad. That's what BI did when he came here. It's not chopped liver. He is a very good player. When they traded him here, when he came here, he was trying to establish himself as such. And like I said, with Zion missing so much time, BI filled in a large amount of that first option role. So, you know, like I said, we got him here, but we talked about this. We talked about this for years, about them needing a floor general, a guy that dictates who gets the ball when. If a guy's cooking, he gets the ball. You see, depending on the matchups or whatnot. We talked about this. It's not like, you know, quantum physics or astrophysics. It's not deep. We've been talking about this, and they finally did it. Like, you keep these guys in the mind, or you keep them in the role that they're supposed to be in, and nobody goes out of character. Like, we keep CJ off ball, and he thrives off ball, but you can't make him the point guard. Nobody else would get the damn ball. He'd go down there and jack up a shot, and nobody in position to get the rebound. That's all I was saying. Like, dude, how Willie standing up there with his arms folded, and CJ goes down, jack up a shot, and there's nobody underneath there to rebound. I'm like, dude, most of these guys didn't even cross the goddamn half court line, and you jacking up the shot. Could you at least wait till guys get in position so we can possibly, if you miss that shot, we can get a stick back or something, bro? Could you stop doing that? So, I mean, it's just a part of the overall intelligence of the game, and keeping these guys where they belong in the roles they belong. Yeah, we asking DeJounte Murray to do a lot. We really are. But in essence, this is what DeJounte Murray does. He can do anyway. We're not asking him to do nothing that he hasn't done before or that he's very good at doing. He can set the table. He has a good instinct for the game. He got a really tough mentality. He's really intelligent. He can communicate well. He's respected, and that's something that we need at the lead guard role with Willie. We know Willie got his problems, but don't think for a second that DeJounte Murray and Willie ain't gonna clash with heads, with ideas to make sure the proper plays are called. Don't think that this is not going to happen. So these two, Willie needs this guy. He really does. So, like I said, I think we'll be good if we keep BI, man. We can't get nothing from him. We have to roll him with him. Let's go, man. Let's go. Just let's win. let's just win some games. And then eventually they're going to have to get up off them anyway, because a time will come where we'll see that we'll get that moment of truth with the whole BI situation. If he feels inclined to take less so he can be traded or whatever the case may be, I know you want a completed product, Lex, and it don't appear like we're going to get what we thought we was going to get. So it's the life. If you are a supporter of the New Orleans Pelicans, be forever warned. But anyway, I'm going to give y'all the floor for the last few minutes before we close out the stream. So Lex DC, the floor is yours.
Yeah, man. I mean, you closing it up perfectly, man. I mean, that is what it is. We stuck
Go
with
Pels.
BI at this point. I don't need that, sir. I'm not rapping.
I was
But
giving you. Go Pels.
you're interjecting and you're not helping.
Oh, I'm sorry, DC. I'm sorry. Go Pels, man.
You always got to shout out to Slim for doing that for us.
Yes. Shout out to my dogs, man. Go Pels, man. Go ahead, DC.
Oh, you finished? All right. Thank you.
I'm done. I'm
But
finished.
anyway, go ahead.
I'm done. I ain't say nothing. Go ahead, brother. Your floor is yours.
Go Pels. Come on.
No, you said.
But anyway, like I was saying, man, we stuck with BI. We got to figure out how to make it work. Having DeJounte Murray, I think, is possibly the best point guard for him, if you really think about it, based on relationship, them having a relationship since they've been in high school. They're familiar with each other. They respect each other. I consider BI to be an alpha. I consider Zion to be an alpha in a way, and so is DeJounte Murray. So if those three guys can figure it out, stay on the same page, be competitive with one another, but actually work together to want team success, I think that can be very, very, very beneficial for everybody. BI can play well. We can move on from him if we want, because people will see that he has multiple facets to his game. It doesn't have to be one thing. As well as we can see a different version of the Pelicans. We can see a team that can basically do the small ball thing and be successful at it. With Brandon Ingram at 6'9", I think they can. Go ahead, Lex.
That's
That's all I got.
I was reading some of the comments. Yeah, I was just reading the comments. Why y'all laughing?
Lou been hating all night, man. Let Lou do his thing.
Lou funny, man. Shout out to Lou Green, man. He's funny, man.
This is a different subject, but have you all seen the group that we're in, Group C for the in-season tournament? Did you all check that out?
Right. Yes.
I don't know if everybody has seen that yet, but
yeah. I mean, it looks just as horrible as the group last year.
Well, we're in the. I think everybody, even people who aren't fans of the Pelicans, have said like the group that the Pelicans are in it's the hardest in the whole league.
But I mean, that's cool. But what we winning? What we winning if we win that anyway? We ain't winning nothing. It don't matter.
I mean, the thing we need to get on the path of winning something, and that's a start.
I mean, the Lakers won it and they ain't do shit. So it don't mean nothing to me, to be honest, at this point right now.
The thing is, how many banners said he would like to have it? How many banners do the Lakers have?
They got a lot of banners, so I thought it was real funny that they were excited about winning that one. It didn't make sense to me. Yeah, and you see how that played out in the playoffs.
Well, it's because they never had it before. And they have championships.
Yeah, they got the first one. That's
so
actually
that means right. That's like that's the goal. Like we need to win this, and they won. You got
to start somewhere. I mean, even with the league when they first started the NBA, you know what I'm saying? I mean, what? You know what I'm saying? You got to start somewhere. I mean, so Do all the championships that the Celtics won in the past? They like their first one that didn't count.
Well, you know, I've always been a person, when they started handing them out to little children, I never cared about participation trophies. I actually think it's a waste of time. Um, we can win it. So, you know, I wanted to see us win it so Najee could get some money and Jose, because we knew how underpaid those guys
Yeah,
were.
there's incentives about
That
it.
was really it. Like, it's no benefit to winning that. Like, it don't mean shit. Don't
Okay,
matter. Doesn't impact playoff success. It doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna have team success if you win that. It means absolutely nothing until they give you some type of benefit that means something for that. When they give a benefit to that that means something, I want to win that one. The
okay.
one
Well, let
where
me say this. Let
if
me say
we
this
win
though.
that, it determines our playoff seeding. I want to be the first team to win that one. I don't give a shit about the participation one. The
They
Lakers can
talked
have that.
about that too. But one thing about it is, listen, everybody is included in it, first of all. You know what I'm saying? So you have to think the teams that, that never made the playoffs. Okay? Those type of teams, that gives them an opportunity to try and win something in that regard. Obviously, they have incentives for guys that third stringers or guys undrafted or don't make a lot of money. There's the incentive there. But I think the thing is like, for teams that don't have a history of winning, and we know the Pelicans have not won anything, that would be like a start to get your feet wet as far as getting that foundation and getting into that mentality of winning. I think that's very beneficial. Not only that, I think it was when it started, it was very competitive. Teams were actually, battling. A lot of times, and this is something that people have complained about during regular season, is that, hey, yeah, we'll wait till the playoffs because that's when they really start playing, right? Like, you want to see competitive games, right? That
Oh
is
yeah, like,
really typical.
don't mistake me saying I don't care if we win it. Meaning, I was happy with their performance and okay with them laying an egg. I would like to see them be competitive
Yeah,
in that, obviously, you know, because it's a pressure situation. You can build on what the playoffs is like. It's just like I don't care about winning that. Now you go there, you get your best, you build on it and you move on. Like, let's say if it was a situation and I had some sets that I was gonna run in the playoffs or certain lineups teams haven't seen yet that I was gonna surprise everybody with in the playoffs. Man, I'm not trying to bring that shit out to see how it worked during the in season tournament. Like, it's just
I mean,
it's not that
hey,
serious to
that
me.
means
But
you
to
need to expand
participate
your
in it and
creativity.
huh?
That's all that means. You just got to expand your creativity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
I
I'm
mean,
gonna just
yeah, like,
I'm gonna just say if it's something to be won and I'm supposed
man.
to be competing
I
and
mean,
winning
you want
anyway,
your
let me
team.
get that goddamn trophy because I'm
Yeah,
supposed to be
man.
Okay.
winning anyway.
That's why we have the
That's what
playoffs,
it's
right?
about, right?
That's
That's
why
what
you
it's
have the
about,
championship. That one team that's like, hey, it's in the middle of the season and we on top right now.
right? If it's
You know what
something
I'm
to be
saying? And
if it's something to be won and we supposed to be winning anyway, let's go ahead on and get it. It'll just be something else
I
that
don't
we
want
got
to be no
to go get.
loser.
Right. Let's get this. We supposed to be beating these teams anyway. Right. We supposed to be beating these teams during the regular season anyway to give a shot when to set ourselves up for the playoffs anyway. And I like I said, I like the in season tournament. I thought it was a good idea, and I definitely agree that
It was entertaining.
yeah, they need to do something better, like to make it mean something
It,
to the
You
playoffs.
got
look,
to
We
make it
you know
mean
what?
something, man. That's what I
right,
want to say.
What is his
yeah, we
name?
said that last year when they
Halliburton.
started it.
Yeah, Halliburton did bring out that, another incentive is whoever wins, it's an automatic bid in the playoffs.
Right, but they didn't, they ain't agreeing to that at this point right now. That's just an
No, but
idea.
we just started it. They were just getting suggestions.
Suggesting
Yeah, yeah. You
right
know what I'm
for
saying? You
next year.
got to start somewhere. You
Right,
can always change. Look, we see how they change the rules as far as with fouls. You know what I'm saying? Or, the take foul, all that stuff. It's a process, but you got to start it.
right,
And so, like, now when he said that, I was like, wow, that's a good point. What if the Pelicans win that and it's an automatic bid? Hey, we in the playoffs. Now the only thing about that is like guys,
That's it.
you still want to
Yeah,
play. You know what I'm saying? We still
mean-
got the rest of the season. You still want to ball. You still want to, you know, like just because it's solidified that you in the playoffs, you don't want to just, you know, be laid back and stop working hard and trying to win and stuff. That's the only concern about that I would have is, you know, because that a lot of guys, they're already thinking about the playoffs. Like, shoot, I'll show up, you know, when the playoffs get here. It's like, you can't do that, dog. You still got to show up during regular season. People pay a lot of money to come and see these games. So,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that they would do it like, you know, just flat out like, okay, well, we in the playoffs in the middle of the season. So, you know, we don't have to work as hard. But, you know, with this team, we just
Well,
we just
I
gotta
think I think my thing is I think it should, like, if you have teams within 2 or 3 wins of each
Yeah,
other
tiebreaker scenario.
competing for like a playoff seeding, I think you winning that tournament should make you like jump up a few spots in the seeding, but not an automatic playoff bid. I think that's a little too much.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, hey, that's an option too. I'm not against it. I'm just saying, like, you know, that you said like a major incentive, and let me tell you something. These last few years, we have been a borderline playing team / playoff team. You know what I'm saying? So the Pelicans, I mean, it would be nice to be, hey, we are for sure in the playoffs, not we're trying to get into the playoffs. So, you know.
yeah, I think it probably.
Yeah, you gotta earn it though.
I don't know
They
if
gotta earn
automatically
that.
it would be like that because a team could win the play-in tournament and then fall apart.
Yeah. And, see,
And
and that's why I was saying that
right,
could be
that could be a
downfall
situation
to
that
it.
occurs. So that's why they'd be hesitant to do it like that. But like a tiebreaker scenario, I agree with that. I think that should be
Yeah.
factored in.
Okay.
I do like the playing idea because a lot of people don't really pay attention to NBA basketball like that. Some of the novice until like when the year turns, and it was a way the NBA was just creating attention to it by changing the colors of the uniforms, the courts, making
That's
it
how
make
we got I was gonna mention the
right,
skeleton jerseys, and
right.
everybody loved it.
So that's a good
And
idea.
some people wanted to make the skeleton jerseys are, you know, the main jerseys and stuff. So
They should rebrand and do that because it looks a lot more aggressive. It looks a lot more fierce. The players actually like them. Everybody thinks they're cool. They sold a bunch of merchandise.
They
Like,
really did.
why wouldn't you make that the main jerseys? And they
yeah,
should bring back the Nova jerseys we had
With the flag,
in that Phoenix series.
the ones
No,
DC like.
not them flag. I hated them flag jerseys, man. That looked like
DC
somebody grandma
design.
curtains up there, man.
DC
It
design.
looked like
He
okay,
loved the
but
flares.
no, I didn't. But they should make that the main jerseys and bring the NOLA jerseys back, the City Edition jersey. That's the ones I liked. And
Right. Yeah.
you should add those, man, and then come up with a third jersey after that because we've had those blue and red ones, man. We had that 6-7 years going on, and they was kind of testing the waters with them, man. I mean, the blue ones are all right. I really don't care for the red Statement Edition jerseys. Like
yeah.
I don't care for them at all.
They
The white
really
ones are
do
okay.
jerseys that
They're
that
all right. They're not bad, but it's just like, man, I think we do a lot better. And those Skeletons jerseys, they fit like with the voodoo thing. It just fits the culture of New Orleans a little bit better.
yeah. That I think they need more jerseys like that really capture the essence of New Orleans though. Because I don't really feel like they have that.
They're getting close. They're getting
They
close.
trying. They starting to
I mean, they
bring
made an
our
attempt
music
with the
in, get some
skeleton.
of our classic musical performances and different
They
stuff
should
like
have
that.
like a
So
music jersey.
they're improving.
You know what
They
I'm
really
saying?
are. Yeah, they really are. Yeah, they got Wild Wayne in there announcing stuff. They
Wild
got
Man is announcer. They had Manny
and,
Fresh and
Man
Juvenile performing and stuff. They played Boosie, even though we don't consider that ain't New Orleans, but everybody in
that's
New Orleans love Boosie. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to reach our culture in the city, and I think the more they do that, just those like that music is influential, man, and those vibes are gonna spill over into the team. The team is gonna start to have more of a New Orleans style identity on the court. because we don't fold, we don't buckle, we're very resilient, and we don't let people push us around. I hate seeing a team like that because that's not who we are.
Okay, so who's the coach?
That's right. Go Pels, man. That's right.
Who's the coach? Does he look like you can push him around?
I gave DC the black power kiss on that
Did y'all
one.
see him
DC
during the DeJounte Murray presser?
That was well said,
dude-
DC.
That
Go
dude
Pels,
was
man, on
stressed,
that.
concerned, worried,
Q, that's not the same culture I'm talking about.
zero confidence.
We
No,
got a
I
little
was
bit of that culture. We got a little bit of that culture around Claiborne, but that ain't what I'm talking about. And
No,
off
I'm
of
saying
Broad, but that ain't what I'm talking about.
no, Bayou Road is you
That's
was
not what. And it's Claiborne too, and Bayou Road, but that ain't what I'm talking about. Q.
you know where all the spots are, don't you?
You bet I do.
Go Pels, man. That's my dog, DC, man. He said that well, man. That had to hit him with a Go Pels mine on that one. That was
Hey,
cool.
we still gotta do a whole stream, in our Jamaican accents. How y'all feel about that?
I can't do it, man. I won't do it. I'd be laughing too much.
What you say, DC?
Who are you talking about? 504 Doc? Who voice irritating, bro? He says voice irritating over. Who you talking about?
That's DC not crying. That's the baby behind him, and
Nah, that's DC.
Oh, that's DC whining. Okay.
Yeah, I was crying. I was crying when Lex started talking about Willie. Brought water to my eyes, bro.
I think Willie's going to be all right. I think he's going to be okay. DeJounte Murray will help Willie. No, they're gonna work together. They're gonna work together. That's why I keep saying y'all gonna tell me.
DeJounte gonna coach the team.
Look,
That's
you
what
just
mean
sit
by
down
the
and
work
chill,
gonna
Willie.
They gonna no,
Sit
you know
down
that's
and
not what I
chill.
mean. No, I'm saying it's gonna work together. They got to work together.
Look,
Y'all don't know why
me and
DC.
Zion, we gonna figure this thing out, all right, dog? We talking about.
I'm just saying, listen, it's very important to have the floor general and the head coach on the same page. Willie Green and DeJounte Murray is going to work together to make sure the Pelicans have the success that they need.
And just Willie being
well, it's going to be some friction, no doubt about it, and that's good. That's good for
That's
business.
what we need.
Murray. Be like,
right.
Good,
we got too much getting along, man. We the Rodney King gang, man.
Yeah, we got to be. Yeah, I invite that, man. I think that's very good to have that clash of heads between Murray and Willie Green. It's going to happen, and I think that's good because
I need some aggressive human beings. Q.
You know what?
You got them.
Man, I'm tired of that human being stuff, man. That stuff is played out. Everybody talking about the community and the city of New Orleans. Like, dog, can we talk about a winning foundation? Can we talk about that? How are we going to win? Win big. I'm not talking about regular season winning percentages going up. I'm talking about winning and that carrying over into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And winning games, not just making it to the playoffs, but actually doing something. No, I don't want to hear about that community stuff. I really don't.
That's right. We're gonna be all right, man. We're gonna do this thing. Coach Willie's gonna elevate with DeJounte Murray and the team together because they're all a part of the same matrix.
On the hopium.
We gonna no. I'm telling y'all
gonna to get big loaded on that back in the day, Lex. I think he relapsed.
Nah, DC, he was the biggest push. DC, the biggest pusher of hopium.
Let him see your right arm, Q. When you used to pop that vein of hopium, bro. Let him see. Let him see them track. Oh, open it up. Let him see the track mode.
Flex on them.
Not only was he a top supplier, he was also a client. Selling and doing hopium.
Man, y'all gonna understand, man. Y'all gonna see. DeJounte Murray and Willie Green's gonna help the Pelicans win, man. That's just what it is. DC's
DeJounte Murray gonna help the Pelicans win. Say it right.
Thank you.
Willie is a part of the team. You can't kick Willie off the team, DC.
Yeah, we know he's on the payroll.
I know you want to kick him off the team.
No,
but Willie is ahead.
Am I the only one though? Because y'all be picking on me like I'm the only one who feels the way I do
No,
about
DC be bouncing back and forth.
y'all see him?
I be trying to balance it out with let you know
No, you
you're
be
not
lying.
alone. You know, I be doing my Michael Jackson thing with you. But look,
DC just be bouncing back and forth line. That's what he be doing. So that's what he be doing, bouncing back and forth.
I be trying to give Willie a pass sometimes, and you be like, you ain't having it, Lex. I'm like, dang, you gotta cut him a little slack. When he do good, I try
you
to
guys, how
uplift him.
many years has it been?
I'm just saying that they got it. They got what it takes to win. That was the big thing they were lacking. Like they were lacking a guy that can distribute the ball, that can be a floor general. We've been asking for this for some time. We finally got it with DeJounte Murray. He will help situate a lot of stuff, and it's not going to be asking to do anything that he hadn't done before. I mean, the guy's a natural. He embraces the role. People are respecting him. B.I. likes him. Zion likes him a lot. So, like I said, Willie Green and him, that'll be, and Willie talked about respecting him too in the presser and his intelligence and everything. So it's just those two guys getting out there on the court and practicing and getting things together, ironing out the wrinkles, improving upon. Because DeJounte Murray ain't the type of dude that's gonna run something he don't feel. He gonna, coach, could we do this? And Willie Green ain't gonna be no, you do it like this. That's not. They're gonna bend to, and help each other out like that. So I don't see Willie Green as being a detriment like that with DeJounte Murray on the team. I think DeJounte Murray is going to help him improve as a coach. That's what good players do. They help their coach improve, and vice versa. So I mean, we'll see how it all looks, man. But I'm very excited about the prospect of having DeJounte Murray over the team. Now, we know Willie Green.
Big Q said Willie Green gonna win Coach of the Year, y'all. That's what Big Q said.
That did not say that. That's a lie. Go Pels, man. All I'm saying is I didn't say that. DC just lied.
That whole sequence.
DC just lied, man.
Oh my gosh.
Big Q say Willie is gonna win Coach of the Year, y'all. Y'all heard that shit?
Hey.
I did not say that. DC is telling fibs.
But you know what, man?
Willie gonna go from 49 wins to 50 wins, and he gonna win Coach of the Year.
Knows.
That's what you said.
I went and watched that presser again, man. There was a lot of things in there that we need to discuss again.
Nah, it was he didn't look comfortable. He looked like
Willie. How is having a point guard like DeJounte Murray gonna impact the offense?
Oh my goodness, he
absolutely nothing.
I mean, but see, that's the thing though. He to me in the presser, at certain points of the presser, Willie looked. He didn't. He
looked scared, man.
Constipated to me.
He did. Did you say
you say he looked constipated?
He looked constipated to me when he was sitting up there, like everybody was excited and Willie was kind of reserved and even uncomfortable. He was uncomfortable.
Show them pictures, Big Q.
Yeah, he looked very uncomfortable at times when they would talk to him about it. But I don't know. He got all his bosses up there staring at him. Maybe he was a little nervous. Who knows, man? Who knows? But go ahead, Lex. I'm gonna get ready to close out the stream. But yeah, what's your point on that, sweetheart?
Oh no, I was just saying you should show them pictures.
Well, it's too bougie for oxtail, Slim.
The way he looked, he did look uncomfortable though. He really did. Really just listening to him talk, zero confidence, zero faith.
I still think
we'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah. I think it's gonna work out because I think that's a big part of the game. That's what Willie was saying, and they were saying, and we were saying. They basically saying what we saying a year or so, 2 years later. They saying everything we said here. We said all of this years ago about the point guard position, and then they just like they always do. They always come around and parrot whatever we be saying here. Like same stuff we were saying about the point guard position, that it's not going to flow correctly because you're trying to run around having a floor general and using all these other people to handle the ball, and it breeds a lot of confusion, especially in certain aspects of the game at times of the game. Then it kind of affected them really bad in the fourth quarter when they couldn't close out those games and had their ridiculousness. Then they came to a point where it was very glaringly obvious what was going on with all of those, that 0-27 or whatever that funk was. it was just became very apparent that we need to do something about this. We got to do something about it, and they did. It took them a while to get around to doing it, but they finally did it. But it was a good move, and I like I said, I don't think Willie funks this up. I think Willie and DeJounte Murray will work together to get it going. I really do think that. That's not hopium. That's what it's going to be. You want your point guard and your head coach on the same page, and they will get on the same page. Go Pels, man.
They wasn't on the same page at that press conference.
Well,
they weren't. There was 3 different types of mentalities at that press conference. Well, I heard three different things.
Anytime you got the octopus involved, anytime you got the octopus involved, that's how it's going to be, Lex. You know, the octopus is going to bring his game and going to say his stuff.
They should have discussed. Look, and Willie didn't do his homework either.
What you mean by that?
He didn't do his homework for that press conference. He didn't know. Look, just like when they asked him about the pick and roll, he didn't know what to say.
He had to think
about it. You know
the
most concerning thing for me about that whole press conference? It was one thing. It was one thing.
You had to think about it, Lex.
Yeah, that's sad, Q. That's sad.
You should have been thinking you had a week. You had a week. 2 weeks?
Not only that, Lex, when he tore his ACL, I called him and told him some things to do. I've been watching his career. Like, you pretty much know DeJounte's game, right? And nothing.
And he you see what I'm saying? He didn't. But look, like, dude, you did not do your homework. You did not do your homework.
Why did Willie not look excited? That was the most concerning thing to me. He didn't look excited at all.
Because he was tempering expectations.
Was very horrible. It's like he looked like the energy, the life was just drained out of him that day.
He was constipated, okay?
He didn't have no tie.
Big Q is Willie's spokesperson, y'all.
The man was constipated. He just jumped a bottle of my lamp.
You know these things. Q, do you talk to Willie every day? I told y'all they got a joint account.
The Pelican reporters.
Q don't even get cash as a Willie. He just got a card on consignment, bro. It's unrestricted, huh?
DC, you get
whatever you want. That's how he brought all them damn books back there. Willie Green brought them books.
DC gets cash apps. That's bottom line, brother.
Yeah,
all right,
that's more respectable. You got a joint account.
DC.
Hey, even during that interview when Misi did that dunk, he didn't even seem excited about that. You know what I'm saying? Eric, look, the other two, the analysts, they responded. They were like, "Oh, whoo, oh my God!"
Well, that's your starting center there, Willie. Well, it's going to be really competitive.
It's going to be competitive. He kept his voice down. He tried to raise it a little bit, but he didn't want to.
He tempered his expectations. You know, he got some work to do. He did look uncomfortable as hell in that press conference. We talked about it.
I'm telling you, man, something's. I don't know, man. Look,
I don't think that's still. I still don't think that's enough to say that. I still don't think that's enough, Lex, to say that he gonna gum up the works, because that's the thought process that y'all saying, that y'all believe that if any improvement's gonna happen, is because simply DeJounte Murray and the players are gonna do it, despite the fact Willie Green's there. I just don't think it works like that. You know, you need to coach your board along with whatever that's going on the court. So there's a synergy there, there's a harmony there. And I don't think Willie Green is the type of dude that's going to funk up the mix like that. Now, don't get me wrong. There's still rotation stuff that he got to clear up, his feel for the game. But having a guy like DeJounte Murray right there is going to help him. I mean, this is the best. As a head coach, is the best point guard he ever had to work with. And he's supposed to be some type of, he's an off guard. But he's supposed to be able to have a guy like this and work with him to get success from the Pelicans. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think Willie Green gonna turn into Greg Popovich. I do think that him with this young man on the screen will improve together. That's my point. You can't separate Willie from the team because he's a member of the team. So whatever success happens with the team, Willie will be involved. So DC, go Pels. Come on.
You messed up, Big Q.
How much would it pay you, bro? Just let me know.
Say, bro. Okay, listen. We're gonna get ready. We'll get ready to close down the stream.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I crossed the line.
We're gonna get ready to close down the stream, man. All I'm saying is, man, like I said, they're gonna win as a team, and that's what we want, bro. That's all I want. I want to win. and they're gonna win as a team. That's all it is to it. That's all it is.
The Pelicans will win as a team in spite of Willie. I agree.
It's not in spite of nobody. Go ahead. Lex don't want to hear it. Lex thinking it's gonna be down. But y'all, it's all good.
No, it's not that. I mean,
she say why we acting like we don't love Willie. I love Willie as a person.
No, we don't love his coaching.
That's right, Lindell Wilson. We don't like him as a coach.
Yeah,
we love him as a person. I think he's a great human being.
Listen, there you go. Thank you for your support. But hey, like man, he just looks similar to Steven Silas when he was down in Houston, man. That's how he be looking.
Damn, nah, he don't look that bad. Steven Silas had the bags under his eye. That man aged like 10 years, man. Since
Did you see Willie? Have you seen him? Willie looked like he aged in like a month.
Nah, I can't let you. I'm all for.
He aged. Like, dog, why are you so stressed at this press conference?
He don't look like that. He do look
y'all didn't
stressed.
See the difference? Y'all didn't see that? Was it just
me?
Man, you know what happened? Y'all know what happened?
Like he aged like overnight.
I mean,
Doc came back from Atlanta with that same pistol he pulled on Landry, and he went to Willie house first. And he put that pistol on Willie and said, "Look, we don't get this season together right here. You got to go.
Man, Willie aged
you got to go.
June, you guys."
I mean,
he playing for his basketball life this year, Q. Well, he coaching for his basketball life this year, Q.
I don't know if I don't think he's coaching for it because the man just got an extension. But the thing is, like I said,
how long is the extension, Q?
That was more so.
I don't know. It wasn't.
How much is the extension, Q?
We don't know. It wasn't reported, DC. But
how we know he didn't get a 1-year prove-it deal? How we know that? We don't know how long the extension is.
Public information we don't have.
I don't know,
have access to.
Right, we don't have that information, DC. It just was reported that.
Man, we don't know.
And that's supposed to be public information. We know all these players, and all these other coaches and GMs and vice presidents. We know their salaries.
For all we know, like I said, Willie got a 1-year extension. For all we know, Q, we really do not know what the extension is. We don't, but we do know that James Borrego was a head coach, and he is back with the coaching staff. And if Willie ain't getting it together, we know Willie can be out of here. And we would continue to play basketball, and we'd be just fine.
This is true. This is a good point by you. That's true. If things
and you think Griff wasn't begging James Borrego to come back? Come on, man.
He wasn't begging nobody to come back. The man decided to come back.
Man, they say Griff was very nervous about James Borrego leaving. Bro.
Who told you that?
Yeah, where'd you get that from?
Where I never heard
the beans. Hurry up.
Who said it?
Did you say I see dead people?
The same Pelicans that say go Pels, man.
Now you're just making up shit because nobody said that. See, up here making up shit, man.
DC, come on,
DC,
man.
You seen that? You seen that? You called him on his BS.
Now we gotta quote our source.
Am I ruffling y'all Pelicans feathers?
No, you ain't. No, you lying. You ain't ruffling no feathers. You're just lying now. That's all that is.
Griff was nervous, bro.
Go Pels, mom.
He wasn't. He was not.
His glasses was fogging up and everything, bro.
Oh my gosh.
His glasses was fogging up, DC. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
He was steamed up.
He had to take his finger. You know, you take your finger and put them under the glasses. He had to wipe them like that. Yeah, bro. He was nervous, dog.
I don't think I hadn't heard no report of anybody saying that David Griffin was nervous about James Borrego.
Say Slim Salt. That ain't no hoping, bro. That's Haterade I was drinking. I wasn't doing no hoping when I let Haterade on.
Okay, Doc said 504. Doc says them said that big. Okay,
damn right, man. Everybody know them and them, man. My dogs.
Don't know. No sources at all, man. You just say shit.
Let me
the man
quote one
collects-
of my sources, my many sources. Stephen A. can do it. Why I can't? Shit.
Stephen is a liar.
Hey, he'll give no sources,
Making
man.
up
So
shit.
just for real though,
He
y'all
used
don't
to.
think David Griffin was nervous about Borrego leaving, bro?
No,
No, this is Griff you talking about.
no, not
He's
at all.
the king of BS and stuff. And
Not at all.
He
some
was
other
drinking green tea and smelling flowers and not a care in the world.
You should interpret what he was saying in
He
the
had stuff
press
to worry
conference.
about. He wasn't worrying about that, though. I guarantee you
What
that
you say,
much.
Lex?
I said you should interpret what Doc Ock was saying in the press conference.
Man, we got to do a whole nother show for that shit. Think you try to get out of here. You try to
I mean,
start
it's
shit.
really quite simple.
Nah, Lou is funny, man. Lou said pineapple. I was
look.
told that. Yeah,
Instead of saying much you
that's-
do about
nah,
nothing, much you say about nothing.
I'll tell you what.
Right,
DC source,
right.
That's what he was
CPT.
doing.
That's the CPT sources DC talking about with David Griffin being nervous about Borrego.
We want to find
This
a
is a
common ground
generational talent
getting
and a
good human beings.
CPT sources. Crazy pineapple talk.
This is a generational talent and a
You can't change a classic acronym like that.
You can. With his
Tell the
DC,
people
man.
time, man. He trying to take that right. Man, you gotta come up with different acronym, man.
Nah,
Gotta come up with different acronym.
that David Griffin
The
thing
hate
about
is strong with this one. So hate he wants to get rid of CPT as color people time. Just the
Nah,
hate on me. God damn you. But look,
just to apply it to you with the David Griffin
said in the yeah, them glasses fogging up though.
That's crazy pineapple talk, brother.
His breath probably stank too. That's probably why the glasses
CPT.
But anyway,
y'all did notice that he was at the table and Bryson was in the back, right? He stated
man,
that.
Bryson wasn't even on camera.
Look, why wasn't he at the table? Didn't he do the trade? He's the chief.
He was
man,
and Griff did.
This time my dog to get coffee, bro, before and then started the damn press conference when he left. He came back here to sit in the back.
The man ain't
the seats were taken.
The man ain't getting Griffin's coffee, brother. Come on.
Come on, this is your first time doing this.
You got the man like a butler, man. Come on.
And we'll walk you and we'll take baby steps to introduce you to get your feet wet and things. But on this one, I'll do it for you, buddy.
Boy, DC let a couple of them go today, boy. With them, boy, that's crazy pineapple talk. DC.
And DeJounte Murray, we got a generational, floor-raising, foundational talent and an excellent human being to join our organization. This is by far a monumental move at a very exhilarating pace.
Okay,
we are.
Okay, Mike.
Go Pels, man. We are.
There you go, DC.
Shout out to DC. We are moving in a positive direction by filling our team with guys that fit our culture. That is the most important thing. Winning is secondary. You must have a team full of great human beings. You must have a team full of great human beings, Lex. If you want to achieve anything worth achieving in this foundational, equivocal NBA that we've created, it is all about having a
word.
It's all about having a great human beings, Q. I have to reinforce that point. And sometimes, if you understand how things work, you have to say things slowly so it can be digestible because it is organic. Organic things are meant to be eaten at a very slow pace so you can fully taste every bit of the foundation that we're building for the Pelicans.
He said, you sound like you're reading an obituary.
I should say making them proud, man. Making them proud. DC doing a good job, man. If y'all want to hear more, man, y'all tune into DC's podcast coming up. The crazy pineapple talk with DC, man. That's coming up soon.
That's a depressing obituary.
That's coming up soon. All right, so anyway, with that, man, let's get on up out of here, man. Listen, I hope y'all guys had fun tonight, man. Please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. If you're on X, please retweet us. Man, the Pels tonight didn't get the victory in Summer League, man, but at least we had a good time. We had a good discussion. The Pelicans ultimately did re-up, and they signed Karlo Matkovic to a 3-year deal. They announced the signing of Jamal Cain as well. And we are continuing to move closer and closer to the regular season. Perhaps we get resolved with BI, perhaps we don't. We'll be here with you guys to go through the entire process, man. So listen, you guys have a fantastic start of your week, man. We'll be back in this thing soon. Please hit the notification button for show notifications. Hit the button, hit that bell, and that'll be able to let y'all know when we go live on the next one. So listen, we appreciate
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember,